why you should invest in real estate. And people are holding money in thousands of dollars wondering how to invest in real estate. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be looking at numbers because real estate is all about numbers. And people are holding money in thousands of dollars wondering how to invest in real estate and why to invest in real estate. And today I'll be giving you that why you should invest in real estate. And I will be very honest with you. There's high capital appreciation in real estate, even though the liquidity is low. So if you're looking for capital appreciation to resell your property, you should start reselling as soon as possible, so that if you're looking for money in December, say December this year, you can start marketing your property 3 4 months to December, or actually 6 months to December, because real estate has very low liquidity, and that is what your realtor will not tell you. Anyways, let us dive into the maths. And I know I'm not an interesting maths teacher, but work with me. So I will use very, very factual maths of capital appreciation. Appreciation. And allow me to use two examples for this instance. So buyer A invested $60,000. Buyer A invested $60,000 in Tatu City in 2013. So this is when Tatu City was getting launched, and a quarter of an acre was going at around $60,000. And we are now in 2026, and the same quarter of an acre is going for Kenyan shillings 24 million. This is 13 years. And if you convert this to dollars, this is $185,000. So for anyone who invested $60,000 at Tatu City, they're looking to make around $125,000 over a period of 13 years. So that is about 125 divided by 13 years. You get around, so it means each and every year your property has been appreciating by $9,615, which is 906.15 divided by 60,000, 0.16 appreciation per year. That means capital appreciation each and every year is about 16%. This is crazy if you ask me, and hence for the 13 years is equals 13 times 16, which gives you 208% as capital appreciation. And that is how people invest in land banking and property banking. Invested $60,000 in a quarter of an acre in Tatu City, and over the 10 years period, you have made 208% in profits. That is, of course, before deducting capital gains tax, which is about 15%. But typically, this is how land appreciation works in real estate. Now, let us look at apartment appreciation. But before we look at an apartment acquisition, let me warn you, not every land you buy will appreciate like this. This is because one of location. Some people bought properties in some other locations that 5 years down the line, they're struggling to sell even at the purchase price that they acquired the property. One, because of the location. Ensure that you are investing in an upcoming neighborhood and the developer, which is also another factor. The developer should have the capacity to do infrastructural development. For instance, let me use Tatu City once more. If you invested in Tatu City, it was a bush like in 2013. People were just the developer was just clearing the coffee plantations, the bush that is around all over, and there were no access routes. But 13 years down the line, Tatu City has access to water, electricity, and sewer. And apart from that, there are companies that have already settled in Tatu City. So development really contributes to property appreciation. Don't invest a property because it's $2,000 or $3,000 to acquire a property, but there is no potential in development. That is just you're just holding property with very, very minimal chance of appreciation. But if you invest in gated communities and in a prime location where the developer or the seller of the property has the potential to do the infrastructure and they have master planned the development, you're sure to eat well in terms of capital appreciation. Also, look at what the government is doing in the neighborhood. For instance, in Tatu City, the government did annex the Tatu City location. It is 5 minutes drive to the Thika superhighway, and on the other side you can access the Kiambu Road, while the bypass is right next to the city. So these are things I'm talking about. Look at the potential development of the neighborhood and what the developer is capable of doing. Because if the developer can pull investors, then it means your property will appreciate in value. Next, now let me look at apartment for those that are looking to invest in apartment. What is the capital gains and what is the rental yield? So for anyone who invested in Emerald Springs at the beginning of last year, that is when we launched the show house, actually in May last year, the one bedroom was going at 7.8 million and the two bedroom was going at 12.7 million. But this property, given the developer is quite reputable and has done a lot of properties, they actually developed Misty Springs, Siaya Park, and Crescent. But here, let us look at the appreciation. The one and two bedrooms were completely sold out as early as late last year. So, and the property is scheduled to be completed in December 2026. But everything, the one bedroom and the two bedroom, was sold out in November 2026. So this is about 11 months to completion or 12 months to completion. And hence, the investors are now allowed to resell their one bedroom and two bedroom apartments. And you won't believe this because the one bedroom right now is selling at 10.5 M even before completion, and the two bedroom apartment is selling at 17 million. So for anyone who invested at the one bedroom, Yeah, we're talking about 10.5 million less 7.8 million. Zero, 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 zero. And then
4, not 0.
7.
No, 4, not 0.
This is 8.
Okay.
So 7.8 million, you get about 2.7 million in appreciation in just about 1 year. That means 2.7 divided by 7.8 million is about 34% capital appreciation in just 12 months. This sounds crazy, but you can look at Emerald Springs website or you can talk to your agent, but that is what you're talking in terms real estate market in Kenya. And let us look at the 2-bedroom numbers. Allow me to create some more space so that I can add the 2-bedroom numbers. We bought a 2-bedroom at Misty Springs at around 12.7 million. Right now, you can resell your 2-bedroom apartment at, let me even go lower, to 16.5 million instead of 17 million, because the asking price is 17 all the way to 18 million. But I'll be considerate, moderate, and go for 16.5 million for somebody who is looking to resell their property in quite a short period. So 16.5 million less 12.7 million, you'll get 3.8 million, and then 3.8 million divided by 12.7 million times 100,
29.9, which is
29.9% capital appreciation. And yes, this is what we are talking about when we tell you there is potential of capital appreciation in the Kenyan real estate market. I have used already existing properties and what they are generating thus far, and I haven't mentioned Marina Bay, which already generated about 34% capital appreciation, and other good properties in the market. But there are some things that you should note. Only work with a reputable developer. This is a developer that will complete their project in the stipulated timelines. That ensures that your property is ready within the stipulated time, and also you enjoy the capital appreciation. That's all for today. Kindly don't hesitate to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I give you properties that allow you to enjoy rental yields and capital appreciation, as well as a lot of educative content in regards to the Kenyan real estate market. That's all for today. If you want to call me for one-on-one conversations, please dial +254 0703 460 686. Or do I write it for you on the board? It's +254 703 460 686. If I was a maths teacher, that's what I'll be doing. That's all for today. See you in the next one.